Good morning, everybody. Today is day 3, and there won't be much to record today either, simply because I'm actually not hiking today. Yesterday really wrecked my feet, so I'm just not going to push it. It'll be another 16 k's today until the next decent camp spot with water. So I've just decided not to push it, really. I'm just having a day off. This road's going to take me like 8 or 9 days to get to Trout Lake, but I've got enough food. I'm not worried about that. So yeah, and this is what it was all about. I never wanted to push myself. I never wanted to be like, I've got to get to here this day and then there that day and then there that day. I really wanted to be able to just take a day off when I needed it. And yeah, so the sun's trying to come out today. Everything is wet. Well, not everything. My bed is fine. My sleeping bag and my mattress and my sleeping clothes and everything, they're fine. But my tent is the fly of my tent is saturated from the rain last night, and just condensation on the inside. But you know, I didn't get wet, so my tent worked really well in that regard. So that's awesome. I'm happy with that. I am still not really eating much, which is why I'm not worried about the food situation, because I'm just not hungry. Heard of people saying that when they first start hiking though, the first few days they're just not hungry. So I did eat last night. I didn't eat during the day yesterday though. I did try. I stopped for lunch, and within like 3 minutes I was freezing cold, and I just got up and started walking again. And there was so much elevation loss and gain yesterday that I couldn't eat while I was walking because I was huffing and puffing so much. So yeah, there's hardly any mozzies at this spot either. I'll just turn the camera around and show you where I'm camped. It's beautiful. Okay, so last night I actually camped there, which was not a great spot because it's not actually big enough for my tent. I'll show you. To be pitched properly. So this is where I was camped. And oh look, a babbling brook, a real babbling brook to go to sleep by. Not one of those ambient noise ones. Just a beautiful spot. So after everybody left this morning and I had decided to stay here today, I moved up there. So that's my spot. I've rigged up a bit of a clothesline to try and dry everything out. I washed my shirt and my knickers. And everything else is trying to dry out. That's my tent fly, which is still saturated. Ooh, stuck. Bed. So yeah, so this is the rest of... There's more campsites up there. So there's 3 here and then more up there. The sun's out. Thank fuck. Oh, yesterday was just miserable. But Steve sent me a message saying that the weather should improve the next few days, which is awesome. Thank God. Look at this massive dead tree here. Oh, sun. Look at it. It's just huge. Hope it doesn't fall down. Yeah. Alright, well that's about it. Having a cup of coffee. It's actually my first one on trail. I've just got to get into the routine, and I think that's half the problem. In the mornings when I get up, well, the first problem is that I don't want to get up. And then when I do get up, I'm like, oh, I've got to get going. Just got to get up earlier, I think, so I get time to eat and have coffee and, you know, do all those things. So I'm camped. Can't really see, but up in those trees there. So I just decided to come for a bit of a wander, just because I'm here for the day. And this is where the actual trail goes, so it comes along there and goes that way. But I saw someone camp down here yesterday, so I thought I'd come down and have a look. And oh my god, now I know why they camped down here. How beautiful is this? This is amazing. Wow, look at that water. That is just amazing. So clear. Crystal clear. Yeah, I picked an okay spot to have a rest day. So there is actually a bridge over this creek. I do cross the creek when I hike again tomorrow. And that is the bridge just there. Just beautiful. This is what I came here for. For this. For this kind of thing. Okay, so that's that camping spot. I'm camping up that way. And this is the way I'll be walking tomorrow. To this lovely little bridge. You know, surprisingly I can't see any fish in this river, or creek, or stream, or whatever it is. Massive trees. Oh, and the trail goes that away. It amazes me that they build these bridges out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, no fish. Not even like little fish. Like in Australia, there'd be lots of little rainbow fish living in this. But I can't see any fish. Anyway. So one thing I did forget to mention earlier was I said that my tent, I couldn't pitch my tent properly, which meant that with the rain, the fly was touching the base of the tent, the end of the tent, which meant that the end of my sleeping bag got a little bit damp. I did say that my sleeping bag was dry, which was a bit of a lie. Mostly not. So it didn't get sopping wet or anything, it just got damp. So I've got it just on top of my tent there, just drying out. Everything is slowly drying out. It's quite chilly. I mean, I'm not too bad. My hands are getting cold, just sitting here. My ears were cold, so you can see that I've got them covered. But everything is drying off very slowly. I'm more worried about my tent than anything else, and it's just about there now, so that's good. Don't really want to be carrying a wet tent tomorrow, and I don't think it's gonna, well, I will be pissed if it rains tonight after drying everything off and then it rains. Anyway, so yeah, I forgot to tell you that. The end of my sleeping bag got wet. Damp. Not wet, damp. Hello everybody. I thought I'd do a wrap up now because everyone's starting to arrive to camp here. I've had a good day, relaxing. I didn't do anything except getting up to move my clothes and tent around to dry it. It's been really nice, really nice. It's been good to give my feet a rest. I've had a look at what's coming up the next few days and done a bit of a plan there. Yeah, pretty much all I did. Went through my phone, deleted some photos, made some more room for videos and stuff. Not that, I mean, I've got a couple of mini SD cards, so I'm not worried about space, but thought, you know, while I had the time, I'll do that. I'll just take you over and show you. So there's my camp, all set up. Got my bed all ready. It's all dry, everything's dry. I've still got the sides open, just letting the air through, just to, in case there's any, you know, I'm sure there still is a bit more moisture around. And I've got, well, some things dry. My shirt's nearly dry. I gave that a wash this morning. The towel I used to wipe the tent to help dry that. My gaiters are nearly dry. My socks are nowhere near dry. Plus side is I will have dry knickers to put on tomorrow because they did dry. So that's about it. Don't think Steve's been getting my messages today. I got messages that came through this morning that he sent last night, I think. But I don't even know if, I know one message went through, but I'm not sure about the others. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've had a good day. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the morning probably, after I get going again. I'm going to try and get going early. It's been one of my problems, I think. I don't really want to get out of bed. So I'm going to try and get going earlier today, tomorrow. And hopefully that'll make a difference. Alright, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. On a side note, and I hope this isn't TMI. Nah, it's not. It's so much easier to hydrate here than it is at home. About 1 o'clock, I was starting to feel a bit, oh, my finger, starting to get a bit of a headache. I thought, oh shit, I haven't really drunk any water today. It's now 3:30, or 25 to 4. And headache's gone. I'm peeing. Amazing. Back home, if I had a headache, it would take, I don't know, till the next morning probably for it to go. Yeah, it's just really, really good. And I'm drinking a lot less water, which is also good, which means, because there's a couple more dry stretches coming up, I think. Not as long as the one I did yesterday though, but even yesterday, like by the time I got here, I still had water. I mean, I guess I was rationing it, but I still had water and I didn't feel dehydrated. So, yeah, there you go. Bit of a side note. I also just want to say, I am so glad that I had a day off today. If I'd been hiking today with everything wet, I just would have been miserable. I know that's part of hiking and part of being outdoors, and it just would have sucked. everything this morning was damp. My tent was saturated. My clothes were wet. My knickers were wet. My socks were soaked. My shoes are still soaked, to be honest. But yeah, everything else has dried out, and I just would have been so miserable. So I'm really glad I took the day to rest and dry out. Well, seeing that I'm actually eating dinner tonight, I'm going to go through with you what I'm going to have. So I've got chicken fried rice. Now all the meals at REI were 2 servings. Last night I had a risotto or something and ate half of it, and I thought, oh, I'll have the rest today, and I didn't eat it. So what I've done this time is I've put half of it into a Ziploc bag. So I've only made half of it. And then what I'm going to do is eat that, rinse the bag out and keep the bag, so I can make the rest of it tomorrow, because you need the bag to soak the hot water in. So I'll do that with all the meals. I'm going to have a hot cup of tea, sleepy time tea. That's it. Not very exciting, but still, at least I'm having dinner, so I have something to tell you. Slowly getting rid of some food weight. Hasn't really helped that I'm not eating, but I just suddenly got very hungry, so I thought I'm going to eat now, even though it's pretty early. It's only about 5 o'clock, I think. Eat while I'm still hungry. How gross is this? The biggest frickin' slugs I've ever seen over here. Look. There's my finger right next to it. Ugh, fucking disgusting. And they're actually pretty common. There's quite a few around. As you're walking, you can see that people have obviously not seen them and squished them. Ugh. Anyway, good night.